Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to what I believe is one of the most significant conversations we can have right now about the profound transformation that's happening both within us and around us. I want to speak with you about something that's been building for years and is now reaching its culmination. The final completion of Pluto's journey through Capricorn and its full entrance into Aquarius. If you've been feeling like everything solid in your life is being questioned, if you've noticed that old ways of doing things simply aren't working anymore, if you feel like you're being called to step into a completely different version of yourself, you are not imagining this. You are feeling the cosmic winds of the greatest paradigm shift of our lifetime. And I want to help you understand what's happening and how to navigate this profound transition with grace and wisdom. What we're witnessing right now is nothing less than the death and rebirth of how human beings relate to power, authority, structure, and control. For the past 16 years since 2008, Pluto has been moving through Capricorn, systematically dismantling every system, structure, and institution that was built on fear, control, or the abuse of power. And now, as Pluto settles permanently into Aquarius, we're being invited to step into an entirely new way of being human. Let me help you understand the profound significance of what's occurring. Pluto takes approximately 248 years to complete its full journey through all 12 zodiac signs, which means most of us will never experience this planetary shift in our lifetime. The last time Pluto was in Aquarius was from 1778 to 1798, the era of the American Revolution, the French Revolution, and the birth of modern democracy. This is the energy of power to the people, but this time it's not just about external political structures. It's about reclaiming your personal sovereignty and stepping into authentic self-empowerment. Capricorn energy is about hierarchy, tradition, climbing the ladder, following the rules that others have established. It's about external validation, working within existing systems, and measuring success by conventional standards. But Aquarius energy is completely different. It's about innovation, equality, authentic self-expression, and creating new systems that serve the collective good rather than maintaining power for a select few. During these final degrees of Pluto in Capricorn, you might be experiencing what I call paradigm fatigue. This is that deep exhaustion that comes from trying to succeed within systems that fundamentally don't align with your authentic self. You might feel tired of competing, tired of proving your worth through achievement, tired of sacrificing your authentic desires to meet other people's expectations of who you should be. Let me share how this monumental shift might be showing up in your body and your daily experience. You might notice a deep restlessness, like you're outgrowing not just your current circumstances, but the entire framework you've been using to understand life. There can be a sense that the rules you learned about how to be successful, how to be loved, how to be safe in the world simply don't apply anymore. Many people are experiencing what I call authority confusion during this time. You might find yourself questioning leaders, institutions, or belief systems that you once trusted without question. This can feel disorienting, but it's actually your inner wisdom developing the ability to discern authentic authority from false authority. Physically, you might notice your tolerance for stress, conflict, or environments that don't honor your authentic self has dramatically decreased. Your nervous system is literally evolving to support a different way of being in the world, one that's based on cooperation rather than competition, on authenticity rather than performance, on inner authority rather than external validation. There can also be intense dreams during this period, sometimes featuring themes of collapse, transformation, or being called to step into leadership roles you never imagined for yourself. These are not random, they're your psyche preparing you for the new reality that's emerging. Now let's explore both the challenging aspects and the extraordinary gifts of this Pluto transition. Because like all major planetary shifts, this passage contains profound medicine, even when it feels overwhelming. The shadow side of this transition can include feeling completely lost about your direction in life. When the old systems and structures that provided meaning and security begin to crumble, it can trigger deep existential anxiety. You might feel like you're floating in space without any solid ground beneath you, unsure of how to move forward when all your old reference points have shifted. There can also be intense power struggles during this time, both internally and in your relationships. As you begin to claim your authentic authority, you might encounter resistance from people who are invested in keeping you in roles that no longer serve your growth. Sometimes this manifests as family conflicts, workplace tensions, or the ending of relationships that were based on old power dynamics. Some people experience what I call revolution fatigue, feeling overwhelmed by how much needs to change both personally and collectively, and wondering if transformation is even possible. This can lead to periods of despair or cynicism about whether real change can happen. But here's the extraordinary gift that Pluto's final passage through Capricorn and entrance into Aquarius offers. You are being liberated from every limiting belief, every constraining structure, every fear-based pattern that has kept you from expressing your full authentic power. This is not just personal healing. This is cosmic permission to step into the most empowered version of yourself. This transition is developing what I call sovereign consciousness, the ability to make decisions from your own inner authority rather than from fear, obligation, or the need for external approval. You're learning to trust your own knowing, even when it goes against conventional wisdom or family expectations. Pluto in Aquarius is also awakening your awareness of your unique contribution to the collective good. Instead of climbing someone else's ladder of success, you're being called to build something entirely new, whether that's a career, a relationship, a creative project, or a way of living that's never been tried before. This cosmic shift is teaching you that true power comes not from controlling others or circumstances, but from being so aligned with your authentic self that you naturally attract the resources, opportunities, and connections you need to fulfill your purpose. Let me share some practical ways to work with this profound Pluto energy rather than feeling overwhelmed by the magnitude of change it's bringing. First, practice what I call conscious dismantling. Instead of waiting for external circumstances to force change in your life, begin consciously releasing anything that feels heavy, obligatory, or misaligned with your authentic self. This might mean leaving a job, ending a relationship, or simply stopping activities that drain your energy without giving anything meaningful back. Second, develop what I call inner authority practices. Spend time each day connecting with your own inner wisdom through meditation, journaling, or simply sitting quietly and asking yourself what you truly want and need. Practice making small decisions from this inner knowing rather than from external pressure or expectation. Third, begin sovereignty experiments in your daily life. This means practicing saying no to requests that don't align with your values, expressing your authentic opinions even when they're unpopular, and taking actions that honor your needs rather than just trying to please others. Fourth, create what I call a paradigm journal. Document the old beliefs, patterns, and systems that you're noticing no longer serve you. Write about what you're releasing and what you're ready to create instead. This helps make the transformation process conscious rather than chaotic. Fifth, practice collective visioning. Spend time imagining the kind of world you want to live in and how your unique gifts might contribute to creating it. Pluto in Aquarius is asking you to think beyond personal success and consider how your authentic self-expression serves the greater good. Sixth, Develop uncertainty tolerance through mindfulness and spiritual practices. The old paradigm promised security through control and planning, but the new paradigm requires us to trust the flow of life and our ability to adapt to whatever emerges. Seventh, create community connections with others who are also questioning the old systems and exploring new ways of living. You don't have to navigate this transformation alone, and connecting with like-minded souls can provide both support and inspiration for the journey. I want you to understand that the discomfort you might be feeling right now is not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that something incredibly right is trying to be born through you. The old world is dying, and the new world is being born through individuals like you who are brave enough to question everything and step into authentic self-empowerment. This Pluto transition is not asking you to become someone different. It's asking you to become more fully who you've always been underneath all the conditioning, expectations, and fear-based patterns you learned to survive in the old paradigm. What's most beautiful about this cosmic moment is that you're not just healing and transforming for yourself. Every time you choose authenticity over performance, inner authority over external validation, cooperation over competition, you're contributing to the collective shift that's happening on our planet. The fear-based systems that have dominated human civilization for so long are not sustainable, and they're naturally dissolving to make way for something more aligned with our true nature as conscious, creative, interconnected beings. You are part of this planetary awakening, and your willingness to release old patterns and step into authentic power is helping to birth a new reality for all of us. As you move through this profound transition, remember that transformation is not a destination. It's an ongoing process of becoming. Be patient with yourself as you navigate the space between the old paradigm that's ending and the new one that's emerging. Trust that you have everything within you to create the life and world you truly want. Some days you'll feel clear and empowered, and other days you might feel confused or overwhelmed. Both experiences are part of the journey. The old paradigm taught us that we should always know what's next, but the new paradigm is teaching us to trust the mystery and our ability to respond creatively to whatever life brings. You are living through one of the most significant evolutionary moments in human history. The choices you make now, the patterns you release, the authentic self you're willing to express, all of this matters far more than you might realize. You are not just transforming your own life. You are helping to transform consciousness itself. May you trust this profound process that's moving through you and through our world. May you find the courage to release everything that's no longer serving your highest good. And may you step boldly into the magnificent, authentic power that has always been yours to claim. The universe is calling you home to your true self. Trust the journey, embrace the transformation, and remember that you are exactly where you need to be in this cosmic moment of rebirth. This content is provided for spiritual and educational purposes. It is not intended as a substitute for medical, psychological, legal, or financial advice. Please consult qualified professionals for matters concerning your health, relationships, and practical life decisions.